Yeah, that was relatively easy. Like a production line. The more you do it, the easier it gets, I guess. Yeah, in the past 2 years, I've done a couple. Played with electronics. Okay, so we went through the testing. Positive, negative for this side of the board, which is constant power, and this is the pickup shoes side. So what we need to do is we need to get power to the pickup shoe side. Get this wire out of here. So, okay. Now we got it on the powered up here. So what we did is these remote control receiver here. This type has to be wired, the two have to be wired to the same positive, and the ground has to come from the ground over to the pickup shoe side ground. Let me see if I can get a close-up of that here. Because this wire is no longer needed. That was a pickup shoe. This one also. And they just want to be in the way. Okay. So, this is normal open, normal close. You can wire it either way here on this. On the back side, it says normal open, normal close. These come different ones. Different programming. There's a little button for the programming of this. All the chips for programming and whatnot. Anyway, long story short. So we're pulling power off the constant power, the roller, center rail, which is the black, and again, to confirm, the red was the ground. Beat up my guy there. So these locations always change. So on the voltage regulator, I may just solder it straight to the ground. It's not touching anything. It doesn't hurt if it touches. It's not touching anything else but what it's soldered to. Sometimes I pick them up on the bottom. This one was a little difficult. I didn't like how everything would be soldered together. I wanted to keep them apart because I don't put shrink tube on it, or I don't paint it with liquid electrical tape. You can do that too. I've done it on a couple. Depends on the application and what have you. Same here. I've left these open. It's because there's open spots on this too. It's just a matter of preference, whatever you want to do. So again, I pulled from the ground, then I soldered a little ground wire that needs to go from the ground over to the pickup shoe ground. Okay. Very delicate in this cold, brittle. The solder gets real brittle. Okay, then I did the open, closed onto this side. Because this is the positive. This is a negative. We tested earlier. Okay, then I usually do some kind of slice a piece of shrink tube that's, big. And I put it on here to protect all this electronics. So when I cram it on here, it doesn't short out on anything. I had a Lionel transformer set up. Here's a piece of shrink tubing. You can see I cut it and everything, but what I do is I open it up, and it's usually solid, and I just put one side on one side of the receiver and one on the other side. Again, the hole would be, I should have prepared myself for that. But, okay, there you go. And I would run a test on it real quick, but I got to hold everything together, which I may do here real quick like this. Oh, there we go. Okay. And we go. Blue light flash, and again, this is just push the button down and until it goes. And he goes one time. There he goes. Ooh, I didn't see him catching on the board and everything. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I always test on a variable voltage so that way I can tell if it's going to short out or not. So that's it. Hopefully that helps. Again, pay attention if you don't know. Like I said, I've had come across several different remotes. I have a video on that too, where I've run across several different remotes that are just too big. They don't. There's no place to put them. There's no room. So, all right. Thank you for looking. Be safe.